Islands have always aroused man's curiosity. The mystery and adventure lying just beyond some unexplored coastline have inspired his most exciting literature, Treasure Island, Robinson Crusoe, and one of the best island adventure stories of all time, Mysterious Island by Jules Verne, father of modern science fiction. Charles Schneer has made Mysterious Island into a feature film, and using the film, we can see how the author drew upon a vast knowledge of history and natural science to create his exciting adventures. Mysterious Island is inhabited by monsters. Off the coast of South America are the Galapagos Islands, where dwell the modern counterpart of dragons, reptiles of incredible size. Also, the world's only seagoing lizards. And the world's largest tortoises, fearsome, armored giants. Mysterious Island describes an underwater city deserted by some long-forgotten race. Here in the Caribbean is the island of Jamaica, once the haven of English pirates who preyed on Spanish ships carrying gold from Central America to Spain. Fort Charles looked out over the pirate stronghold Port Royal, richest and wickedest city of the Western world. So sinful was life in Port Royal, it was generally predicted the city must come to a violent end. The prediction was dramatically realized. In 1692, a ferocious earthquake struck Port Royal. In 1 hour, the city had sunk beneath this peaceful bay. Mysterious Island tells of monstrous statues whose makers have vanished into antiquity. Over 2,000 miles from South America is Easter Island, the most isolated speck of land on the globe. Easter Island is barren and desolate. A few hundred humans live there, but Easter Island has other inhabitants. Giant statues, hundreds of them all over the tiny island. Ancestors of the present population quarried and carved the statues on the slopes of an extinct volcano at one end of the island. The statues weigh as much as 150 tons, stand as high as 40 feet. Hundreds of years ago, they were carved and moved into place over the world's roughest terrain. How this was done remains the mystery of Easter Island. Mysterious Island tells of strange humanoid creatures. But in northern Japan, on the island of Hokkaido, is the strangest tribe of humans living today. The Ainus were the original Stone Age inhabitants of Japan. At one time, they occupied the entire country. As other groups arrived, they were forced to the north, where today they live in the same primitive manner as their ancestors thousands of years ago. Only a few hundred remain, and by refusing to intermarry, the Ainus have literally condemned themselves to racial suicide. Mysterious Island is threatened with destruction by a giant volcano. Between Sumatra and Java, in the Sunda Strait, lay the island Krakatoa, 18 square miles of smoldering volcano. The time was August 1883. Krakatoa had erupted earlier in the year, causing no particular damage. Then it had returned to a relatively peaceful state. On August 26, Krakatoa began a 3-day siege of mounting violence. Krakatoa literally blew itself out of the water in history's greatest explosion. The sound was heard 3,000 miles away. The resulting 50-foot tidal wave killed 36,000 people, the ashes circled the world for more than 2 years. The waterways of the world contain many islands of mystery, and Mysterious Island by Jules Verne is the product of a great author's vivid imagination. But it's also a reminder that when it comes to islands, truth can be as strange as fiction.